Yo, what's up everybody, Mr. Jiggles here. I just want to make a quick little video. I know Diablo 4 Season 2 has been out for a little bit, but I'm making this video just in case you didn't know some of the tidbits about getting rich in Diablo 4 Season 2. First of all, with Season 2, there's this amazing new in-game activity system that we call the Blood Harvest. So it's basically an area you go through, you collect these vials. Essentially, when you go to the Blood Harvest, I'll show you, actually. Let's go show the people in the audience. I was basically farming the Blood Harvest for majority of the time up to level 60-ish. And then it was kind of on and off between Hell Tides and running dungeons to get your special abilities. And then also running Nightmare Dungeons. And that's basically, you're going to run Nightmare Dungeons probably after 70, but you can still get a lot of really good loot and some decent XP from the Blood Harvest zones. So, what is the standard technique? Well, you can see up here, this is your blood vials. These are what you're going to be using for the in-game, or the in-area activities. And then you also get these keys, which you will get randomly by eliminating certain enemies. And what you're going to do is just go around killing stuff, and essentially these vials will drop. They're not very common. There we go, we got one. So they're not a very high drop rate. You might get one per enemy pack, so I definitely recommend saving them until the bigger events. And you want to make sure that you open these boxes. You're going to get some packs of divinity, which are going to be helpful for your season mechanic, which is called the vampiric powers. You can see all the vampiric powers that I have equipped on this character are all here. You can basically check that out later. But anyway, packs of divinity, you're picking those up from the chest. You're getting gear, you're running around, you're trying to get these vials. And the cool thing is, you're gonna be stacking up whispers for your whisper rewards, which give you more loot and give you more gear, give you more resources, give you more money. So this area is amazing. You're getting a lot of these crafting resources. You're going to get some blood lures here and there. And you're just going to kind of live in this area for the most part. Alright, anyway. The main thing to consider... Hold on, let me grab this chest. The main thing to consider is this right here. This little skull with the wings on it. And also make sure you keep grabbing these chests. Don't even worry about those cups. And also do these whispers, because they're gonna help you in the long run. You're gonna get a lot of really good rewards and stuff. And you just kind of just ADHD go around here, or maybe this is just how I play. But boom, boom, you're just going around here, get some spawns, get some elite spawning in. Be getting a lot of stuff over here. And then there's going to be people fighting enemies too. And look at that. You're just getting whispers for free. You're just doing random activities, getting whispers. It's amazing. And then you're going to make sure you keep an eye on this blood harvest thing, because this is a in-game activity that happens. And generally, you might even see people have something in these pedestals over here. So what you do is you fill these 3 pedestals with blood lures. It takes 150 if you're just doing it by yourself. And it will start summoning enemies. And you kill those enemies, you get rewards. And then a couple packs end up spawning at the end. And you get more rewards and more stuff. This area is amazing for not only XP early on, but also getting gear. And then also on top of that, you'll be getting your whispers. And you got to make sure you keep cashing in your whispers. But you will definitely see this thing blink like this. It'll have like a little blinking icon. That means somebody's engaging in the activity. I recommend running over there as soon as possible, because they're already getting the activity started. And if you're just doing it by yourself, it costs a lot more. But if you get one person, maybe, you know, you find a person doing it and they got one of the pedestals filled. Maybe you have 2, you have 100 vials. You could start that event right away. The other thing you can use the vials for is the sanguine altar. Requires 15 blood altars. I'll just show you what this is right now. So I'm not going to be able to do the big event, obviously. Yeah, you didn't, not much there. You get a bunch of gold, and then just run around this area, getting a lot of resources. All that stuff's really good. Okay. Fast forward on to the tree. Where is it? Here we go. You'll notice at the bottom of, if you open your map, you press the map button, you'll have your Grim Favors. You're going to be getting those while doing the seasonal theme, and it moves from area to area. One thing to consider is when this zone ends here, you still have your main bank of vials and keys. So don't worry if you don't get 150 vials, enough to start that event by the end of that time. Don't waste them also when you're at like maybe 3 minutes and you're like, oh, I should get this done, I should go put them in. Don't do it. Save them, because it's just going to move to a different part of the map and you'll be able to do that event and actually maximize that full reward from that. Now with the Whispers, you're going to be getting them pretty often in this area. So you have this one. This is 5 Grim Favors. It's really, really simple. You kill some enemies and you get 5 Grim Favors. Other than that, you would be doing this one, which is 3, and then there's another one, which is 3. So you do all those, you're getting 11 Grim Favors, and then you can cash them in. The other way to get Grim Favors is to do the other activities, which are not as good. See, 1 Grim Favor to clear the shack, which may not take too much time, but you also get 5 for doing a dungeon. And while I would rather just do the seasonal area, because you're going to be doing these, you're going to be completing 2 things at once, 2 birds with 1 stone, and you'll be getting way more value out of just doing this area. So unless you have something where, unless you have like a dungeon to do for a legendary affix or something like that, I would not be doing regular dungeons. But that's just me. Anyways, back to the Tree of Whispers. So you're going to want to be cashing, you're going to want to cash in these Tree of Whispers whenever it gets full. And I don't have it for reference right now, but there will be like a little plus sign. It'll pop up as your in-game activity. And you come in here and grab your reward. There will be a couple different choices of things, and I would recommend, there's 2 different rewards. There's one, and it's in a white colored font, or silver or gray, whatever. I'm colorblind, leave me alone. And then there's one that's not the white colored font. It's like a green or gold. Get that one. That one's going to have a higher amount of resources and a higher amount of gold in it. And you will get, I was getting around 1 million gold from just the white rewards. And I was getting around 1.5 to 2 million gold just from that alone. I have no issues with gold. And I have not been selling any gear at all. So, I also recommend keeping up on top of your battle pass stuff. This stuff is flying by. I've had to focus very little on actually doing this stuff. So, yeah, and there's not really any. You maybe get 1 or 2 things if you don't unlock the full battle pass, but yeah, it's chill. It's chill. So I definitely recommend using your Seasons of Blessing, your Smoldering Ashes when you get the opportunity, and keeping that good. Alright, another thing to think about. As you're leveling up, you're going to be left with a lot of different choices. What kind of gear when do I start upgrading? What do I upgrade? When do I imprint? When I start imprinting? I would save as much as you can your resources until you get the perfect items that you want to start upgrading and imprinting. I wouldn't focus on too much as far as perfect itemization, just getting the right stuff that's going to help you level, it's going to help you clear faster, it's going to help you level faster, and do content overall faster. Now, this is obviously going to be a different method from playing hardcore, so don't listen to me if you play hardcore. You know, listen to people that actually play hardcore in Diablo 4. Now you're gonna hit a point where, you know, you're gonna find some stuff and maybe you don't get maybe you don't get an upgrade, and your upgrades start sparingly happening maybe once every couple days or whatever. then you could start upgrading, and then you could start imprinting and doing all that stuff. But I wouldn't really focus or lean too heavy on imprinting in the early game. But after 70, it'd be something that I'd be considering a lot, and keeping those up to date and making sure when you get a new item that is a big jump in power that you're upgrading it and making that piece of gear perfect. So that's all I got to say on that. Just pick and choose when you want to upgrade and imprint so you're not wasting a lot of resources. So that's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, to get rich, let's summarize what I've explained. Utilize the Season 2 mechanic and farming the blood harvest areas. It's really good 1 to 60. I didn't have any problems leveling up for the most part, and I just kind of did my own thing. I wasn't pushing too hard or anything like that. Farming your whisper areas, they're going to help you get your vials for the blood harvest, and make sure you're using the keys to get more gear from your chest. And then once you fill up on whispers, go to the tree, get your rewards, and keep stacking those gold and stacking that gear. And finally, just make sure you're when you're doing the upgrades and trying to optimize your gear, I would hold off towards more of the end game, anything past 70, and then just basically pick the best gear pieces you can have to push content and make your leveling from 1 to 70 plus an easy process. So that's all I have. That's all I want to share. I think if you utilize those two things, you will have more than enough resources, more than enough gold, and yeah, I think you'll have a good time on Season 2 of Diablo 4. So I hope you got something from this video, and yeah, like the video if you got something out of it. Comment below if you got any more tips. Subscribe for more, and I'll check you next time. Goodbye.